Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 309 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today we're going to talk about how to get rid of conflicting and limiting beliefs fast. I want to say once and for all, but the truth is beliefs sneak back. They sneak back through different routes and different ways in the way our mind works, which is way beyond my particular understanding. But I do know some techniques and strategies that actually work to get rid of them, at least in the short term, sometimes once and for all. I've let go of some beliefs that I had when I was a little girl that I'm like, okay, well, that's just ridiculous, because I wasn't really aware of them. So we talked about what life is to us, our thoughts and our beliefs. We talked about how beliefs are formed by being hooked up or heard often or repeated in our own mind. Have you ever had a bad thing happen and it was like a 30-second incident? Somebody was mean to you or something, and you played it over and over and over again in your head like 1,000 times. And every time you did it, it added to the belief of being a victim or being abused or something. Whatever your mind and subconscious interpreted that situation as or morphed it into became much stronger than the 30-second event compared to the rest of your life, right? We've all done that. I know I've done that. Replayed conversations with people that were mean to me over and over and over again. So an event that should have been 30 seconds and then I thought about it maybe for a minute and let it go ended up becoming ingrained in my subconscious and in my brain some way and took on a whole different meaning than maybe even the original encounter was about. So I've used different strategies over the years to get rid of once I become aware of. The trick is, but I found a trick recently. It's not a trick, it's a strategy for getting rid of things that we might not even know about yet. And that is, for example, last night, I listened to a hypnosis session by my friend Victoria Gallagher. She's got a hypnosis app online. It's like $100 a year, but she's replacing it with a brand new one. So I say, wait for the brand new one. Believe it's called. It was a beta tester for that. It's going to be absolutely flipping incredible. And anything in your life, that's why I like it, because it covers everything in our life, different areas and aspects of our life. Whatever you want to let go of or improve or get rid of, whether it's a habit, a bad habit, a thought, a belief, a mindset, a weight, a relationship, any area that we've talked about, there's a hypnosis for. I think there's 500 to 600 in the app that she's got right now. Hip Talk is her podcast, Hip app. And they're wonderful, right? They're different, but basically the process is you relax, you pull up, and when you're in a relaxed state, it's easier to tap into your subconscious. So you go through the relaxation phase. You can just take a few deep breaths. Then you think about, you become self-aware, at least I like to identify what limiting belief I want to work on or what conflicting belief. If I find that the results in certain areas of my life aren't what I want them to be, I, through investigation, have determined that it almost always comes down to some kind of a mismatch between beliefs that I have, core beliefs. We talked about this with core values. Sometimes our core values bump heads, and whichever one we are feeling more strongly about at the time will win when it comes to making decisions and choices. The same is true of our beliefs, right? The stronger a belief is, the more it dictates what we even will see in the world, what opportunities we'll notice, what decisions and choices we'll even allow ourselves to think are available. So the first thing we want to do is, I like to pick one, and then I work on that. But what Victoria does in the hypnosis is she says, okay, you don't even have to know all of them. Just relax and think about, and then she applies a process of visualizing and then using affirmations, which is something that I've done for a long time anyway, to visualize what you want the situation and the results to be. So you want to see yourself living your life without this particular limiting belief. Think of all the possibilities. This is an NLP technique. I learned it from Tony Robbins, decades ago, where we envision what we want, this year, then 5 years, then 10 years, then 25 years. It's how we get rid of bad habits. We think about what's going to happen to us if we keep smoking for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20, 25 years. What is our health and our relationships and our life and our voice and everything else going to be like? So we can use it to get rid of habits, because habits are based on their actions, based on our beliefs, right? But if we go to the source and we change the thoughts and the beliefs, or we eliminate their power over us, all of a sudden we don't have to worry about them anymore. So we do that. And I say hypnosis, visualization, affirmations, all of these tools they're not my secret. Millions of people know about them. Most people don't do them on a regular basis, but they're so powerful. Why don't we? Why don't we make it easy for ourselves? I think I've talked about the way I do affirmations nowadays, instead of just saying I am something, because what I was finding, and that's why I can't remember who developed affirmations instead of affirmations. I should look them up and give them credit because I've used them for so many years. But instead of just saying I am something, you use the affirmation in 3 different forms. Now, Victoria uses in her affirmation, she does 3 times I am this, and then she does 3 times you are this in hypnosis. I don't know if that's a proven strategy or not. It seems to work for a lot of people. I don't even know if it works on me or not, because I've been listening to her stuff for so long. It probably works on me too. We're all different in terms of how effective hypnosis and visualization and affirmations are for us. It's basically, if we decide they're going to work for us, they work for us. If we decide they're not going to work for us, they're probably not going to work for us, because our subconscious is going to set it up that they don't. But affirmations are, we just ask ourselves, instead of just saying I am, let's think of it. Let's do I am awesome. I like I am awesome. I am awesome. And then we say, why is it so easy for me to be awesome? And then the third version is, how can I be more awesome right now? I had a time thing to it. I don't know if that's a great example, but it's the example I picked out of my head today. So today, our action item is to discover or think about, or just overarchingly say, I'm going to let go of all my conflicting and limiting beliefs, because guess what? You can do that too. If you believe you can do it, you can actually do it and erase all of your limiting beliefs that you're having right now. Now, depending on you and the limiting belief and your life situation and everything else and all your experiences, whether that will be 100% effective, probably not the first time you try it, right? When was the last time you tried something once or did something the first time and you were just incredible at it and awesome at it? I don't know about you, but I usually have to do it over and over and over again and practice and practice and practice until I get it right and master something. But then when I do, I can do it. But our assignment today is to pick one belief that you find that you have, or probably 2 if they're conflicting. Either a limiting belief, something that is preventing you or could be preventing you from getting what you want. That's what a limiting belief is. And guess what? None of us believe that our beliefs are limiting us, right? Because we just think that they're our beliefs. It's like our reality. We all believe as human beings that our version of the world and how we observe it and experience it is reality. Guess what? It is our reality, but everybody else is having their own experiences, their own version of reality. That's why when somebody tells you to face reality, I just laugh, because I'm like, okay, well, I am facing my reality. I'm not facing your reality, and I have no intention of ever doing so. Anyway, I digress. So we're going to pick one, and we are going to eliminate it. We're going to get rid of it now. We're going to get rid of it fast. We're going to think about, and I like to do the NLP version because it's quick and easy. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. You just think about, okay, this is the result I'm getting. What's going to happen if I don't change anything in my thoughts, my actions, my behaviors, my feelings about this particular thing? If I believe, here's a conflicting belief. I want to be rich and successful, but I don't believe I'm good enough. My self-confidence is, I don't think I deserve it. I don't, maybe I made a mistake when I was 20 or 16, and I decided that because of that thing I did, I'm not worthy of having everything that I want. Well, that's not going to work, right? They're going to butt heads, and depending on the day and what's going on in your life, either I'm not good enough or I want to be rich and successful is going to win, and that's how you're going to act that day, and that's what's going to happen. So in order to take care of this conflict, you have to decide, which one do I really want? Do I really want to have the things that I want and create the life that I want? Or do I want to keep living in the thinking I'm not good enough and I don't deserve it? If anybody says yes to that, will you please contact me immediately? And so what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, I need to get rid of and eliminate I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And so I've done, and I know in the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page, There are dozens of examples of letting go strategies and things that I've done and used. And I always make it fun, because the more fun it is to get rid of it, the faster and easier it is to get rid of and not affect me emotionally anymore. And then it just doesn't stick. You can also use other techniques that we can talk about another time. If anybody wants to hit me up, we could do a whole probably half day or hour sessions on different strategies and techniques. There's so many to help us alleviate these things. There's heart walls, there's NLP techniques. There's a lot of NLP techniques, neuro-linguistic programming. There are tapping is another one, hypnosis, energy healing, etc. So that's it. That's our assignment for today. Take one limiting belief and start to get rid of it. Or I say don't start, just get rid of it. Get rid of it once and for all. And have fun with it. And then share in the comments below one fun thing that you did to eliminate a conflicting or limiting belief. That's it. Have an awesome day. Any questions, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.